Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Fuck it. Do it live! I think that's the best thing we could possibly do.
I actually was reading more about it, and the whole vitamin B17 thing. It had actually reached clinical trials, but they found out that didn't it didn't reduce the tumor size at all. It just caused cyanide poisoning, and more people they use it they advertise it as an anti-cancer treatment. But it was even banned by the FDA that you can't sell it out of state because it's just yeah, it's just really bad.
Just passing the floss now, so getting close. Might be able to see it on the way out. I'm not sure. Let's see. I did one time stop in the opposite lane. Took pictures underneath the guardrail. So I might be able to see it on the way out. Let's see. Already live?
Yeah, we're live, mate. Yeah. I'll try and get a bit of an audience up.
Alright, give me live real-time verification instructions. Anybody? Anybody want to try and give it a go here?
Anyone want to give Soundly some instructions to verify that he's live and not CGIing this? We're not at the lake yet. We're about how far away are we, Soundly?
I'm going to try and take a shot from the opposite side real quick.
Right.
So, it's right there. Does anybody want to tell me something to do? Maybe? Like, just give me some instructions, like, okay. Anybody?
Show us the CGI software you're using.
Okay. Here it is. It's called the Canon P900.
Oh shit.
So let me see if I can get a shot here. Well, you can actually see it already, but it's hard to put in the live stream.
Yeah, does the camera display the date and time?
No. I don't see it. I don't have it on right now.
It's
I'm
on
not
his
gonna try it
phone,
right
I
here.
think.
No, I just wondered whether the P900 had the date and time.
Oh, that. Right.
Usually they got a date and time, and it might be in the settings. I just wondered if we could access it quickly.
Can you guys even see the screen?
Yeah, we can see the P900 screen. Yeah.
Can you make out the curve?
If you can sort of go up a bit, because we've got the icons on the bottom of the screen and it's kind of sat behind there. So if you raise the camera a bit.
Like right here?
No, not quite. Just kind of go higher but not closer. That's the way, and now over to the... move it to the left. Right, that's great, there, yeah, that's perfect.
I'm hand holding this, so it's just hard as hell.
Yeah.
You don't have a tripod?
No, I didn't bring it with me this time.
Oh, that's the power
Apparently.
lines, is it, that we're looking at?
Yeah, this is the transmission lines here. And the freaking car's passing in front of me is killing it because it keeps trying to auto zoom or whatever. That's the bird nest right there. Anyway, I'm gonna try and go to the other side.
Alright, you zoomed in on it.
Keep my arm out like that, it's freaking killing me.
Yeah, be careful, man, don't hurt yourself.
Yeah, you should invite Anthony on.
Yeah, we could try. I bet he'll be... I've kicked him off my Skype though now.
Well, I'm filming right now. I'm gonna take my headphones out.
Alright, I've still got him on G Plus though.
Yeah, that'd be the one to do if you had Anthony Riley in it, because he could give you instructions.
Oh, he's never fucking responded to my thing though, cunt. Alright, well we can add him to the hangout. Can you add him to the hangout, Mark?
Yeah, I'll try.
Hey, is there any chance you can broadcast directly from your camera?
Might be able to see if I can unblock him on Skype. I bet I can't.
Are you guys getting feedback?
No, not really.
No.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna try and zoom all the way in. It's freaking hard. It's almost impossible. Alright, well anyway, it's enough that I'm here, I guess, and the audio will be on this video as well. I can sync them up. So y'all say something just to prove that this is all together. Hang out.
Right, well, I will say hello.
Yeah, I'll say hello as well. Hi.
Alright, I got that. It's freaking impossible because it keeps trying to zoom in on the cars as they pass by me.
Did you try putting that on?
Birds, you like, scare the hell out of me. I can't get the thing close.
Did you try putting the camera on manual so it doesn't autofocus.
Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah. Even on manual, it's trying to focus. What the fuck?
There should be like an option right next to the lens. It's like this little thing which you can turn that switches between autofocus and manual.
I will switch to manual.
No, so
Yeah, I can't find him, Jim. I found him, but I can't add him for some reason.
Maybe he's got us blocked. Or maybe I've got him blocked.
I could try to message Anthony and send him the link to this.
Yeah. Do
yeah.
that, but it could be, I think I probably got him blocked, maybe. I don't think I did, though. I can't remember. I don't even know how to unblock people. I don't think I blocked him. How to unblock a toilet. No.
Yeah, I've just added him.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Oh,
But unless he's on Hangouts, he's not going to know he's been added, is he?
Right. And it doesn't look like he is. He'll be in a fucking hangout, won't he? He'll still be in that hangout, probably.
Yeah, he might be. You might be wanking off of Ranty Rant.
Add Ranty then. Ranty man.
Oh my god, really?
Well, we don't have to actually let him in, do we? We can let him in and kick him out. It's Anthony we want.
Right, he's added as well.
See if either of them turn up. I don't suppose they will. Did we lose Soundly?
Yeah, I think he froze.
Yeah, if he's got no 3 or 4G where he is, he's not going to be able to stream them, is he? I mean, he must be able to stream from Lake Ponchartrain because he's done it before, didn't he? So
Yeah.
maybe he's at a bad spot or something.
Yeah, Paper, I hear you.
anyway. You should be able to see some curve at least in this. But I will keep this video up with our hangout and play it all back together. And I'm just going to try and put this down for birds aren't there today. Oh wait, there's one right there.
Hey Jeff, you think you could get rid of the profile?
Get rid of what?
Yeah, they're blocking the footage on the.
Sorry, mate, I didn't hear you.
I was just thinking the profile icons are blocking what sound is going on the screen.
So something's blocking Soundly on the screen, you said?
On the YouTube video.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's just. Yeah, there isn't really another way around that. Unless, I mean, I could just. Well, I suppose I could just crank up a hangout.
What do you mean?
That would kind of work. I know what I can do actually, is I can do this. I need to go to this then. Oh, shit. We lost him again.
Hear me now.
Yeah. Oops. Don't dox yourself, man.
Sorry. I've done it a million times. Okay, so somebody shared their screen just to prove that this is happening during the live hangout.
Right. Yeah, I think somebody else needs to do that.
Can somebody share something?
Oh, Jeremy, on YouTube, it's zoomed in to
It's alright now. I've moved it around a bit.
Oh, never mind.
Right, can you do a screen share of something?
Someone just share something, anything, to prove that I'm dealing with the P900.
I could share my screen.
Okay, yeah.
I did. Do it so I can leave here and not die.
Yes, the 19th of July.
You got it?
20 to 2 in the morning.
There we go.
I've shared the link now, but there you go.
Okay, that's good. Going to back around to the.
Okay, I think he said he was turning around there. We lost you there, Sandy.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
I'm going to drive down to this. It's like about a 7-mile drive to get to the turnaround. I'm going to turn back around and go back to the other side where I normally take the shot from.
Okay, cool.
I'll do it again. And, yeah. And doing all this handheld this time so he doesn't have to carpet. Well. For some reason, the cell network is like right there, right by those transmission lines. I don't know why.
We're not getting your camera at the moment. Do you know that? Damn. Now we lost you again. Yeah, it's back.
Yeah, so this is the high. I mean, I'm basically pulling over to the emergency lane right here.
Right.
Slightly more comfortable with it, but you know, it's not a very comforting feeling, I guess. But this is going to be a long, boring drive. Hopefully we make it before the sun gets down too far. Sun's setting behind me right now. See all this, I don't know how well roofed a lot, pretty much what it looks like just the water. And that's how a lot of the causeways and highways are around here in the far south, those areas. I can actually see New Orleans coming up in the distance. Bury them. I don't know how deep they go, but they basically just hammer them down into the lake, the bottom of the swamp, level them all out, and just put a level highway on top of what these highways are. So, like, even this highway, it's probably long enough to catch the curvature. If I can find a spot to pull over, you can probably see it. They have these little crossovers, these fast crossovers. They have these little crossovers that all the emergency vehicles can go across. Kind of hard to make out on the camera, I think.
I know what you mean.
Watch out.
I guess, I don't know how easy would it be for you to read out a recent tweet.
A recent tweet.
Yeah, I think that kind of time stamps it in a way, does it? Or does it?
What's that?
That would sort of time stamp it in a way, wouldn't it? You know, if it was some celebrity or somebody famous, something that anyone can go and check.
It has to be one that's recent, right? Let's see. I know one person that's talking. The Donald.
The Donald, yeah.
Yeah, that's a recent one.
Let's see what the last thing the Donald said is.
No, it's 11 hours ago. Not soon enough.
Oh, right.
All right. Somebody tell me, I don't know, going there and looking and reading it should be enough, right? If you
Hey, how about put the radio on? In 12 minutes, will there be news on the hour?
right. Radio.
Understand what makes you. You find powerful internet voice solutions that
102.5 at
bundle 25 meg.
I probably should be careful we don't play any music, shouldn't I?
With unlimited nationwide long distance. For
Close
all your 17 visit console PA, please respond. Hey, you should go through. Onion chicken teriyaki.
This is a bit choppy, to say the least.
You ask questions. Second, because there's finally, because the
Well, there's no way they can say this is fake, man. Fucking hell. I mean, how many times has he dropped out?
Yeah.
If they say this is fake, then fuck them, man.
Oh, well, I'm hoping that, you know, when he's not moving, you know, he's done it live from that spot before. I think hopefully it'll be all right, you know, when he gets there. I really wanted an early night tonight.
He keeps telling people to give him directions, and I was going to get him to stand there outside the car and do a little dance or something.
A Mexican fire drill.
Yeah.
Welcome
Vogue
back,
at the
Stanley.
camera, man. Vogue the camera.
Ah, this needs to be full. Oh no, it doesn't. Oh fucking hell, yeah it does. Stupid thing. Yeah, you're back. Oh, God, I'm tired.
Yeah, I'm lagging a bit myself. The sound is still there.
I don't know. Are you with us, Soundly? I can hear the car.
Can you? I can't. Sure, that's not me heavy breathing.
I can hear. Well, I can hear it like a rumble.
Fucking tripping, man.
And he's come back in the call. Hang on. I'll try. Oh no, hang on.
I think we've all been sniped, man.
I was gonna mute him, but can I unmute him? I don't think I can.
No, you can't unmute him. He has to
Yeah,
unmute
so I
himself.
won't mute him. Suddenly sleepiness is sweeping over me. Did I actually post the link to this anywhere? I don't think I did. Stick it in here. Oh, it's Clive I can hear.
Is it
he's
live
back.
again? What's that mean?
Welcome back,
Hello.
Soundly.
Hello. Alright, I'm trying to get back, navigate back to some good cell service here. Make that out. So, awesome. Buddy, tell me something to do to...
Soundly is awaiting instructions that would help verify that this is live. So
right?
if anyone in the chat has any suggestions, just tell him what to do, and he will do it.
Tell me to turn my...
You can drive off the bridge and wait for the helicopter to arrive. It might be
Chat is coming up with suggestions here. I guess
So
we'll
far,
have to pay
we've had
attention.
one suggestion, which is, can you draw a dick butt? I wouldn't be able to.
no.
I don't even know what one is.
Nope.
Can of Beans has
But-
suggested that
sorry.
you shit yourself.
Love it.
Oh, here's one. Here's a good one. Can you tell Pete Shea to fuck off?
Obviously. Fuck off? What?
Can you tell Pete Shea to fuck off?
I just said it.
Oh, good. Thank you. Pete Shea says, can you do
Don't
the
you know how
dodo
to
dance,
shoot
push
for real?
pineapples, shake that
What
tree?
the fuck, nigga? You don't know how to shit yourself yet, nigga? Shit.
Here we go. Getting sniped.
Oh, hi, Shroomy.
What up, nigga? Like, what up? No, I wanna know what you are. Like, is that what part of the plane is that? I mean, is that the motherfucking nigga part of the plane and shit?
What?
When they minus.
That's about all you can say to Shroomy, really, isn't it? What?
Shut the fuck up, Clive. Shut the fuck up, Clive.
Oh, no, don't turn on me, Shroomy. What?
I'm only joking, dude. It looks like I'm a fucking sunset up in there.
With his Scottish American accent.
You know what you say about the redneck? Nah, man, you don't know what I mean. You never heard about the red skate night, motherfucking shepherd. That means a good day tomorrow, nigga.
Twitwit in the chat.
I thought you were talking about me, Joe, nigga. I thought you understand my fucking shit, nigga. The fuck? I thought you understand that bullshit, nigga.
Apparently Trump just tweeted.
Fucking can of bean ass motherfucker. What you seen?
I'm telling you soundly that Trump just tweeted.
Trump is a bitch.
Looks like we've lost him again.
Trump is a motherfucking weird ass nigga. Trump is a motherfucking motherfucker. Yo, look at this, nigga. How fast he gone 66 miles an hour. Shit. This nigga's left.
Oh, we're back. Oh,
No.
Oh, no,
Was he flying now? Was he driving a flying plane and shit? I don't know. Was he doing a doo-doo? Shit, nigga. The fuck? Was he doing a doo-doo, what? Yo, get that fucking mouse
If anyone
out my
wants to come in, please feel free.
Get that motherfucking mouse out my motherfucking face, bitch, nigga. I fucking see that shit, nigga. I see that shit right here. Shit. The fuck, nigga. Get that mouse out of my face.
The spooky thing is, I've actually got Pete Shea on my TV at the moment.
The ugly ass nigga.
Yep, he really is. Because I was playing Anthony's Hangout earlier, and I've just left it running, and it's just kept flicking on to other Hangouts and stuff. And now I've got Pete Shea there, looking very yellow.
Very yellow looking ass nigga.
Jeremy, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
You looking like a Lelo nigga, like I like it. You know what I'm saying?
Shroomy, shut up.
One of them Lelo niggas.
Fuck? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up, Stanley, little bitch.
Okay, yes or no?
Yeah, I can hear you, man.
Oh, he did. That's what we were talking about a second ago. He tweeted, the fake news is becoming more and more dishonest. Even a dinner arranged for top 20 leaders in Germany is made to look sinister. Did you get that?
Yeah, I got that. Can someone verify just in the chat? Just while
Yeah, we
we're
copy
hot.
what you're saying.
Is that what Trump tweeted?
Are you no longer
paper that saw it, wasn't it? I mean, I could go and check it, but if he's already connected. Yep, that's the one. Awesome, thank you guys.
Alright.
You copied the tackle?
No transmission lines right now.
Tackle landing.
Shroomy, just let's get through this bit, mate. Because it's took us a long while to get there. And we don't want you talking all the way through it.
Starting up video. Zooming in manually with my hand. And I already see the curve.
Are you in a spaceship or something? Are you in a fucking plane or something for you?
All right, we already know what it looks like, so I'm not going to spend too much time here. I'm just going to drive by the transmission lines. I can't hold both video and the camera and drive all at the same time, so I'll just have to sync it all up video later.
I can see bees and shit, doesn't he? I'm a joking nigga, like I mean you like maybe she showed us I just
We're just seeing black at the moment, Sandy.
There it is.
We're just seeing black at the moment.
yeah, is that like are we this shit? Is that
Surely, mate, give it a rest. Sandy, all I can see is a black screen.
Yeah, I had to set it down for a second because I'm
Oh, right, okay,
trying to drive in.
Sorry, I was just making sure we weren't missing something.
Fuck. I'm having a real hard time this time. I'm not a lot harder manually, that's for sure. Try and get back in this thing out. Are y'all there?
Yep, we're here.
Okay. Alright, I think that's as good as I can do.
Right, I see it.
Alright. So let's full optical zoom on the P900. And definitely live. So not sure what else I can. Trying to find the birds real quick.
Yeah, see if you can spot those birds.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you. Stop by to try and help me out.
Right.
Okay. Or help me out.
Yep, that looks good.
Listen, I want to ask for every. Is this nigga trying to? I want to know. What are you doing?
What?
What did you say, Shroomy?
I said, what are you doing? Like, are you trying to get this? Like, I mean, I don't know. Like the way you're going is like so much above sea level, or some shit. This space, I don't know.
We're just showing these power lines across Lake Ponchartrain, and we're doing it live because the accusation is that.
With manual mode.
What the shit was real life shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like fake shit.
Hang on, just let Sandy talk for a minute, mate.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to like figure out what you were saying a minute ago, but it's like.
And I'm live.
Yeah, I know that. I was trying to say like What are you trying to do? Obviously, I'm talking about the pylons and shit. Are you even driving? Oh, that shit is like. Yo, no, listen, I thought you were motherfucking driving.
Try this one more shot.
Are you fucking this shit now? I'm saying, like, you tripping, nigga. No, it actually looked like you're driving. Look, you're fucking not. Yo. Anybody sure got a normal connection?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, got you now, mate.
Alright, well that's as good as I'm going to be able to do today. I appreciate it.
No worries, man. That was cool. At least we got to see it a bit. Good enough, I think. No, of course it won't be good enough.
And as soon as I get home, I'll probably get home about an hour 15, and it'll take me another 15 minutes to probably upload the video, and then I'll just upload these raw videos, probably unlist them, then shoot them over to you so you can look at them, but I'll probably download your video and then try and do like a picture-in-picture.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Alright, I appreciate it, man.
No worries, mate. My pleasure.
Go get some sleep.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Drive carefully, mate.
Yeah, bye, Sally.
Yo, listen, is that the motherfucking shit? You know what I'm saying? See, like, the motherfucking pylons and shit? Is that what he's trying to show us? Like, you know what I'm saying?
He's just trying to show us those power lines live, Shroomy. That's what he was trying to show.
Yeah, that's what see the picture that these motherfuckers been moaning about and shit? Is that this shit for real?
Yeah, exactly,
right
yeah.
Yeah, what'd you think about that? Like, I mean, what the fuck? Like what the fuck? I mean, like, how the fuck can you believe? How can you like? What the?
Anyway,
what do you think about that? Like,
I'm gonna stop the stream now, folks. Thanks for coming. We've got an audience. We've got 35 people in the audience now.
She little nigga. I'm only joking. She little bitches.
I mean, I could leave it open, I guess.
Yeah, leave it open, motherfucker.
No, because you're gonna shout abuse on it all night.
Ah, see you later, dude.
Later, man.
Fuck.
Did you want me to keep it going, Shah? Oh well, I can leave it. I can leave it. Leave it running. I might have to just mute though, because I'm definitely going to fall asleep soon. I've had a really mentally long day today.
Yeah, I'm going to be ducking out myself anyway. So good night, Jim, and good night, everyone.
Yeah, later, man. I don't mind. I can leave the chat running. Yeah, is that cool with everyone? Just leave the chat. And I could stick cameraman on, and then no one can come in the hangout anyway. Oh, will that work? I have no idea.
Thanks, man. I'll jump out and switch over to the chat and still gonna be up.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave the chat running, I think, because everyone wants it. Later, man. Thanks a lot.
Later. See y'all later. Bye.
So stick the cameraman on. Is it that one?
I wanted to give a little motherfucking shout out to all the little motherfuckers in the motherfucking chat. Because they were gonna go for landing. Retro. Major nigga. Bitches. Shit.
I can't hear you.
Yeah, is that my voice? Go for landing. Altitude 4200. Said my motherfucking stupid voice, nigga. Is that what I sound like, nigga? Little bitch. Fuck you, Jim. Fuck you, Jim, bitch ass nigga. What I'm sound like now, nigga?
Friendly, is it?
I can hear myself, nigga. Stupid. Bitch ass nigga. Shit, I mean, I'm gonna hear this like. Eat. You hear it? You hear me? Motherfucking beat ass, beat. Fucking beat ass, beat nigga. You wanna hear what I'm saying? Bitches, baby ass. Hey, you wanna hear something real for real? Ain't got time for your bullshit. Ain't got time for your bullshit. Listen to this shit.
Flight controllers, go for landing. Retro. Go. Rhino. Go. Control. Go. Falcon. Go. GNC. Go. Econ. Go. Surgeon. Go. Capcom, we're go for landing. Altitude 4,200. Houston, you're go for landing. Over. Roger, understand. Go for landing. 3,000.
Please go to the room not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills. Because that challenge is one that we're willing to accept, one we are willing to fulfill, and one we intend to win.
30 seconds. Contact light. Okay, engine stop. We copy it down, Eagle. Listen, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
Hi YouTube. In this series of videos I will be explaining how I know we went to the moon. To qualify this statement a little, I am using the term we, in this case, to refer to mankind in general. And I am using the word know in its platonic sense, meaning that this is something I don't just believe to be true, but something I am justified in believing to be true. I think it's important to explain this because in almost all my encounters with those who believe the Apollo missions to be a hoax, I find that my position is the subject of astounded disbelief and ridicule, often followed by accusations that I am asleep, a paid agent, or I believe anything that my government, NASA and the BBC tell me. For those who are brave enough to watch, I will show that this is not the case. I have done the research, far more than is reasonably required to demonstrate that an event in history occurred, and far more than most people I meet with an opinion on the subject. These events happened. That is the only position on the matter that a reasonable, sane person can hold. I should add here what I will not be doing, at least in this first series. I will not be addressing arguments relating to shadows pointing the wrong way, or flags waving when they shouldn't, or any of those common Apollo hoax arguments. Of course I am aware that these mostly poorly informed arguments exist. I have already addressed one or two of them on this channel, and I hope to address many more in a second series of videos at some time in the future. In this first section I will be detailing exactly what NASA claimed to have done on the Apollo missions and how they claim to have done it. I think it's important to have a good understanding of this before I can set about presenting the evidence for it. If you are already familiar with the Apollo missions, feel free to skip this first chapter or skip back and use it as a reference if you need to. But I recommend that you strap in and enjoy a half-hour trip into the history and technology of mankind's greatest achievements in engineering, exploration and manned spaceflight. The mission timings used are from Apollo 11. The Saturn V was a three-stage liquid-fueled launch vehicle developed to support the Apollo program. Successfully launched 13 times from the Kennedy Space Center, as of 2016 the Saturn V remains the tallest, heaviest and most powerful rocket ever brought to operational status, and holds records for the heaviest payload launched and the largest payload capacity to low Earth orbit. Built by Boeing, the Saturn V's S1C stage was 42 meters long and 10 meters in diameter. At launch it weighed over 2,000 metric tons and holds records for the heaviest 12 jumbo jets. Most of this weight was fuel contained in the two enormous fuel tanks, the top one for liquid oxygen and the lower one for RP1, a highly refined form of kerosene. These two fuels were mixed and burned at a rate of nearly 8,000 litres every second by the 5 F1 rocket engines, the most powerful rocket engines ever built. Together these rocket engines produced more than 7.5 million pounds of thrust. 4 of the engines were mounted on an outer ring and gimbal for control purposes. The 5th engine was rigidly mounted in the centre. The S1C stage was jettisoned 2 minutes and 42 seconds after launch at an altitude of 61 kilometers. This was followed 30 seconds later by the aft interstage, which protected the Stage 2 engines during the launch. 6 seconds after this, the launch escape system, which could lift the command module containing the astronauts clear of a catastrophic explosion early in the launch, was also jettisoned. The Saturn V's S2 stage was built by North American Aviation, 24.9 metres long, 10 metres in diameter, and weighing 481 metric tons. Its 5 J2 rocket engines produced 1 million pounds of thrust and were fueled with liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen contained in a single tank but separated by a common bulkhead. The S2 stage burned for 6 minutes, taking the spacecraft to a velocity of 15,000 miles an hour and an altitude of 184 kilometers before it was jettisoned. The third stage S4b Booster was built by Douglas Aircraft Company. It was 17.8 meters long, 6.8 meters in diameter, and weighed 115,000 kilograms. It was powered by a single J2 engine fueled with liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen. This was fired twice, first for 2.5 minutes to put the spacecraft into an Earth parking orbit. After 1.5 Earth orbits, the engine was fired again for the translunar injection burn. This lasted 5.2 minutes and accelerated Apollo to an altitude of 190 miles with a velocity of 24,500 miles an hour to escape from Earth's orbit and enter into a free return trajectory to the Moon. About 10 minutes after the translunar injection burn, the transposition and docking maneuver began. First, the command service module was separated from the adapter section of the S4b by firing an explosive cord. This also jettisoned the 4 adapter panels, exposing the top of the lunar module. The command module pilot then used the command service module thrusters to move the command service module a short distance away and turn it around to align with and face the top of the lunar module, and then moved it back towards the lunar module. The command module pilot used a target to stay aligned. A soft dock was achieved when the probe at the top of the command service module was inserted into a hole in the centre of a cone-shaped drogue at the top of the lunar module, and 3 small capture latches closed. Hard dock was achieved by activating a mechanism which retracted the probe and caused 12 more capture latches to close around the command module's docking flange. The command service module and the attached lunar module continued on their trajectory to a lunar orbit. The spent S4b and adapter panels would eventually crash into the Moon. The command service module was built by North American Aviation. It was 11 meters long and 3.9 meters in diameter. It consisted of 2 segments: the command module, a cabin that housed a crew of 3 and equipment needed for re-entry and splashdown, and a service module that provided propulsion, electrical power and storage for various consumables required during a mission. The service module was an unpressurized cylindrical structure. The interior was a simple structure consisting of a central tunnel section, 1.1 meters in diameter, surrounded by 6 pie-shaped sectors which contained fuel tanks containing Aerosine 50 as fuel and nitrogen tetroxide as the oxidizer. These fed the AJ10137 engine, which produced 20,500 pounds of thrust. Liquid oxygen and liquid hydrogen, which fed the fuel cells which produced electrical power. The same liquid oxygen supply provided breathing oxygen for the crew. On the outside of the command module was the engine nozzle, a steerable unified S-band high-gain antenna for long-range communication with Earth, and reaction control jets for steering. The command module consisted of 2 basic structures joined together, the inner pressure shell and the outer structure. The inner pressure shell was made from an aluminium honeycomb core sandwiched between aluminium face sheets. The outer structure was made of stainless steel honeycomb brazed between steel